Dela writes, my envies, welcome.
Now, there is another report making the rounds on social media that Ifa diviners, including Iyanifa, ordered, the sick artist family, out of the palace, like barred them from entering into the palace, asked them to stay outside as dark cloud descend on the palace. And that dark cloud was going to follow them inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, if you have been following what is going on, there is this artist from Ifelodo who is said to have carved the other Are crown, the one that was switched with the original, and they said this man has become very, very sick. Okay, Dela writes, they say it is an unsettling event that has unfolded within the sacred walls of the Ooni of Ife's palace. That, of course, we heard that this renowned artist, who was celebrated, who was once celebrated for his contribution to the kingdom's cultural heritage, fell gravely ill under mysterious circumstances. Desperate for healing, his family sought audience with the Ooni of Ife. They came the first time, and, upon being seen, they told them what had happened. Eventually, Yanifa revealed that he was the one who created that fake, Are crown, the one that Ooni of Ife wore and was going to enter the shrine, and he failed, okay? Now, hoping that the palace spiritual authority could intercede on the behalf of, a mother who is said to be sick, they had to go back, and the mother insisted that they should return back to the palace. However, their arrival was met with an unexpected and chilling response, okay? As the artist family approached the palace again, approached the gate, a palpable darkness seemed to envelop the surroundings. The air grew heavy and there was this air silence that fell upon the onlookers, sensing this omen, like it is a bad omen, okay? Now, the palace elders and even the diviners and Iyanifa, of course, a high priestess in the sacred Ifa divination, immediately halted the proceedings. With a voice filled with both authority and alarm, she proclaimed, "The energy is too dark. The gods are angry. Leave them outside and let them return to where they are coming from." You see how people just get themselves into unnecessary problem. Was it necessary for you to eat this kind of money? No. Now, how do you are a Yoruba person. How do you get yourself involved in something that could easily truncate your own life? And how unfair can you be to yourself? This is the question that a lot of people are asking. Sorry, let me sip my tea. Now, the Ooni of Ife's palace, okay, is a home of Yoruba tradition and spirituality, operating under strict adherence to the guidance of Ifa divination. The pronouncement by Iyanifa was not taken lightly at all, as we are hearing. They said the palace officials, understanding the gravity of the situation, complied without hesitation. The gate remained closed to the artist family, and they were respectfully but firmly advised to seek solution elsewhere, because they said they've gone to so many places, they are still pointing towards the palace. And now these people are saying, look, we cannot give you any solution. Your solution does not lie here. So they went and they came back again. And Iyanifa asked them to be shut out. They shouldn't come because of the cloud they were bringing in. Now, in Yoruba cosmology, some manifestation of dark energy are interpreted as clear signs of divine displeasure. The implications are profound, okay? Now, the implications are profound, okay? And the implication is, it has to do with spiritual contamination. The family's presence marked by the dark energy suggests they may be tainted by actions or affiliations that have been that have angered the deities. Allowing them into the palace could risk contaminating the sacred space, okay? Now, another implication is, of course, a necessity for atonement, okay, in the Yoruba cosmology. Before any reconciliation can occur, the family must consult with the far priest to identify and rectify the source of the discord. This typically involves elaborate rituals, sacrifices, and sincere repentance. And right now, it's very difficult because it does seem as if this man doesn't even have a chance anymore. Now, number 3, community awareness. Such events serve as a reminder to the community about the importance of living in harmony with spiritual laws. It reinforces the belief that no individual, regardless of your status or past contribution, is above the will of the gods, okay? Now, impact on the artist family, as we are hearing. The repercussions for the artist family are multifaceted, okay? Now, number 1, there is social stigma there, okay? Being publicly turned away from the palace, of the Ooni of Ife, the family under intense scrutiny, okay? Put the family under intense scrutiny in so many different palaces, even in their own village. They may face isolation or judgment from their peers, affecting their social standing within their community, because it is something really bad for the Ooni of Ife, the spiritual, father of the Yoruba people, to turn you away from the palace. Yes, from the palace, yes. For the sake of security, they can do that from time to time. But under this kind of situation, Ooni is supposed to open his door and help to seek help for them. But the fact that they are not allowed there because of this dark shadow is a big disgrace to that family. Now, it's not a small thing, no. The onus is now on the family to embark on a rigorous spiritual journey to appease the deities. Failure to do so could result in prolonged misfortune or even the escalation of their current predicament. And not just with the man, the artist himself, with other members of their family. And I don't know why I feel like, the artist, I don't know. I just feel pity for him. Seriously. Now, reflection. This ordeal compels the family to introspect and identify any progressions that may have led to this point. It is an opportunity for growth, learning, and realignment with cultural and spiritual norms. But that will mean doing this on their own and leaving the other person to buy and go so that they can start afresh. Who wants to do that? No matter what, family is family, okay? So now, as we are hearing all of these palace gist, you know that for me, there is a learning process for all of us. With what has happened, this information we are getting, we're going to go down to history, what had happened. There's this tale in Yoruba history that is called the tale of Chief Adebisi, a respected chief who, despite his numerous contributions, defied a sacred decree. When he fell ill and sought the palace intervention, the diviners detected a dark aura. He was denied entry until he performed the necessary atonement, highlighting that past deeds do not exempt one from spiritual accountability, okay? Now, no matter what you have done in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, when you go foul of, you're found foul of the law, you must do what you need to do. They said this Chief Adebisi, this one did not happen, like, it's not too long that it even happened. He was not even allowed inside the palace. Now, we also talking about now there was another woman also called Princess Moremi. We have heard about the Queen Moremi story, okay? There was this other person too, Princess Moremi, a royal who, after unknowingly violating a spiritual taboo, was enveloped by dark energy. The palace, guided by Ifa, bade her until she undertook a pilgrimage of penance emphasizing the principles that spiritual laws supersede earthly, status. So she had to go through that penance before she was allowed into the palace. So this will not be the first time something like this is happening. Yennefer made sure that they were not allowed inside the palace until, as in they were not allowed, they had to take him back to go and seek help elsewhere, even though Yennefer has said that nothing is going to save him. So I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.